Sir, you can start, sir.
ఓకే, ఇలా నేను ఇంట్రొడ్యూస్ చేసుకోమంటారా?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
వాట్ ఇస్ ద ప్రొసీజర్? డైరెక్ట్ క్లాస్ ఎట్లా మీ
Introduce yourself, sir, and share your topic and plus guided meditation.
స్పీచ్ చెప్తూ ఉంటే వాళ్ళు మెడిటేషన్లో ఉంటారు అంతే, జస్ట్ లైక్
Yes, yes, yes.
ఓకే, క్లియర్?
Sir, you can remove your headphones, sir. Without headphones, your voice is clear.
Without headphones. Oh, okay, clear?
Yes, yes, yes. Your voice is more clear. Yeah.
Good afternoon to all. And always I'm grateful to my Guru Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji, and always guiding me and given the opportunity to go to always visit to the Himalayas, and received a lot of I got a lot of transformation, self transformation from the Himalayan yogis and the mountains. It's a great Guru, Paramaguru, Mahavtara Babaji, and all my dear spiritual masters today attended this very wonderful talk on from my Himalayan journey and experiences and regarding sadhana. Okay. So just my introduction about myself for 1 or 2 minutes, and then what are the situations forced me to go to the Himalayas, and before Himalayas, what was my spiritual path and the journey here, and then what are my experiences after my spiritual journey towards Himalayan mountains. So myself, Dr. G. Tirupati Reddy, I'm working as a professor in engineering college at Kurnool, K. Subaddi Engineering College. I have been in this path, the spiritual path, introducing me a meditation in the year 2001. I'm in this path almost 20 years completed, almost. When I was in Mahbubnagar, 2001, it was introduced to me. I was worked as a assistant professor, and then I worked as a principal for some 7 to 8 years in Mahbubnagar Engineering College. Then at that time, I was studying a lot of books from 2001 onwards, from childhood onwards. I was habituated to read the books, and thousands of books I read it, spiritual books and all the books. And I did a lot of meditation and spent a lot of time in nature, forest, trekkings, and everything I did. I was so busy. I got money and everything as a principal and the power and everything. But I also usually do daily do that towards meditation, and I always thought that after 5 years, 10 years, I will settle everything in the external world. Then we'll go to the I'll go to the Himalayas for some intensified sadhana. Then come back and lead throughout throughout the life these spiritual practices, like that I thought. But one day in 2017, suddenly something happened in my life that was my U-turn, and happened in my life that was a very huge incident happened. I went to the near-death situation in 2017. From 2017 onwards, these 2.5 years, I was spent nearly 6 months in Himalayas for sadhana. Was visited so many places, isolated places, because I got huge massive heart attack in 2017. I went to near death situation because why this meditation, why this sadhana generally we always leads to the happy life, and we know the purpose of the life, and we experience everything. We are the not the physical body, we are the soul, and the purpose is to lead the happy life with joyful life, blissful life with freedom and fearlessness. So, because this spirituality, you know that this is the beyond the mind, beyond the doctors, beyond the science, because we have everything in knowledge when we experience practically. So everything, if you read the books, so many books, you can listen so many speeches, so many discourses from the masters, and you may have abundant knowledge from external source, but everything is adapted knowledge unless until you have the inner experience, your practical experience, then external world should not be beautiful or a happy life unless you get the self transformation, inner transformation that gives you a your personal experience only. So at the situation, already you have listened that that Louis Hay also you have seen a small you can heal your body also small book. So before that, my father previously he was undergone that heart attack and died in the same, he was vacated body at the same age of 45, he got the heart attack. Doctors given the instructions, there may be chances to get the children's also 10% like that. My mother always, every year, she used to took me to the hospital and made some checkups and everything. Because according to myself, I was always a dynamic person. I was so active. I had so many practices, yoga, pranayama, meditation, walking, everything, trekking. So I was a very healthy person, and up to 40 years, I could not uh, attend to any consulting or any went to the hospital like that after 40 years. So suddenly, 3 months back when I got the heart attack, uh, my mother came to Babu Nagar when the hospital was there. Doctor, cardiologist made all the checkups, latest tests, 2D or TM something. They made a one big, huge file. They were prepared a huge file, and he told that he is very healthy person doing the meditation, everything. He should not get any heart problem for the coming 5 years. So I believe that everybody we are believing that simply because our mind became a condition. So the spiritual path and the meditation is mainly we are deconditioning the mind. Then only we should have the knowledge or awareness. We should have the connectivity ourself with the super consciousness, super self, or Paramatma, or God, or nature, because we are the part of the Supreme Soul. So, because of our applying our mind, our conditioning, we have the break, and we are losing the connectivity between the nature and our self, because we are self. We are living in this body. We are living in this shrine. We are the gods. Patris are telling, and all are sages or yogis are saying that you are not the physical body. You are the soul. You are the eternal being. You are not a limited. You are eternal truth. You have unlimited powers. So when immediately I also believed that, we always believe, society, parents, and everything, we are conditioned, our mind becomes the thoughts, so that what Patanjali said, Chitta Vritti Nirodha Yoga, there is no thoughtless stage. When you don't have thoughts, when you become empty, mind become empty, then you are in a meditative state. Meditation is not doing something, it is a state of being, 24 hours. Each and every moment, you have to live in present. So, when I believed that, I was very happy. My mother was happy. Because of my mother, I gone to the hospital. Just whether you believe or not, after 3 months immediately, I got without any indications, I got a massive, huge heart attack, blocked 3 vessels, and I went to the near-death situation. I don't want to explain everything here because 1 hour time we want to discuss so many things. So my experience. So when I went to the near-death situation, when I was in college, very near village, that is 25 kilometers, 30 kilometers from the Mauna town. I thought it was the acidity. I didn't believe because doctor already given assurance. He is very healthy. When I went to the doctor, some RMP doctor, he was available. Because the divine protection starts always whenever we are ready, prepared. Then when we given the opportunity, the situations, then divine protection starts in our life. But we are not aware of that. So he was there. He was recognized and said that it is not a gastric trouble. It is not acidity. It is a heart attack. Then immediately. We came to the Mahu Nagar, it was it took at least 45 minutes to 1 hour time. When I was in car, because I was the principal at that time, then he was there. Then I got a huge, heavy pain, unbearable pain. Then I thought that I'm going to die within half an hour or 1 hour. I decided. I got then anyway, we know the subject, but when we come to the practicality, when we experience that, then I went to the soul consciousness. Then anyway, Osho always said that I was always I am the lover of Osho. Always very much impressed with the Osho books, and was admired and inspired that. He always said that when we are going to die with the full awareness and acceptance and with consciousness, then we accept the death with a consciousness. Because in the Himalayas, later stages, I went and met a gurus in Himalayas. Always they will vacate the body. They always decide the time and said that and immediately leave the body whenever they want to vacate the body. That is called Ichha Maranam. So whenever they want to. So I was prayed to the nature and God. What are the conscious? I have completed 40 years. So why I came here, I thought that I will be stay for further 30 years, 40 years, will live and lead the spiritual life and do the sadhana and do the purpose of my life and everything. But suddenly I'm vacating the body. So I pray to the completely I went to the soul consciousness, to the my inner self, and I prayed to the nature, God, or Paramatma, Shiva, whatever we call it. Then I got complete, totally. I forgot about the family, forgot about everything, because uh, Lobsang Rampa, Tibetan master, you know that he always said that if you live only one day, if you live only one day, what will you do? You have to live each and every moment like that, because in this world, each and every moment, everything it changes. Every moment it changes. Everything changes, and destroy and decomposition and death. Everything. So that in the external world here, whatever we possess, anything, either things or whatever it may be, persons or relations, wife, husband, children, or car, whatever it may be, everything is the truth is after some period of time will decomposition, decay, and destroy and death. So when we always thought that this is the permanent in this physical world, this is the eternal, and we always believe that untruth as a truth, and we forgot about the eternal thing. So at that time, then I went to the hospital. I prayed to the nature, please give me the opportunity. Why suddenly taking me away from this life like that? Then I went to the unconscious state, then went to the hospital, then got another heart attack, and almost doctors declared he was dead like that. Then given some shock treatment, then I got some once again breathing was started, and rebirth like that, rebirth. I got it. Then went to the Hyderabad Apollo. I got 3 to 4 surgeries like the stunts, and 20 days I was in ICU. Then that was given in my life is the U-turn, or some self transformation. I was spent in ICU nearly 20 days in a hospital. I was spent with myself, went to analyze myself within myself, and who am I, what is the purpose of my life. Up to that, I was very busy, principal. I thought that even one day, if I didn't attend to the, if I could not go to the college, then everything was stopped like that. When I was in hospital 20 days, everything going well. So I thought that then time is very important. We don't know whether tomorrow will be there or not. So that meditation is always live in present, forget about the past, and there is no future. Then after 20 days, doctors did something, operations, and while discharging from the hospital, they given some big file. You don't talk, you don't teach the college, you don't, you are the bed rest for 6 months, you major walls damaged, 3 walls, and you don't walk much, you don't eat that, and like that, they given the huge file and everything. You want to take the medication for throughout the life. Then okay. Then I came to the, because I was always inspired with the Louis Hay. You know that you can heal your body. A book. She was how she was cured that cancer. Very small experience. Her experience. She didn't know about the meditation and everything. When how she did the practices. She always, because of positive thinking and some nutritious food, some practices, some loving herself. So she got at the small childhood, got some rape attempt, and she got the vaginal cancer. And doctor said you are going to die anyway. She, without anything, like these practices, she always tell that our thoughts creates our life. What you think about yourself, and life becomes true for you, manifestation. So that was I was in inspired me, and I also thought that, and I had a lot of ambition to go to the Himalayas. How now? They said that heart problem, lack of oxygen, going to the peaks, altitudes, it's not impossible. But doctor said you don't walk like that. Then I thought that if we believe once again, if we condition our mind, if we forget about our uh, unlimited energies, we forget about we are the God, we are the soul, we are not the physical body, so that our thoughts and our actions, our words become a manifestation, purification. That is our process of spirituality. For example, Patriji, what he speaks, Buddha, what he speaks, Osho, what he speaks, what they think, then becomes a manifestation into the reality. So why should not ourselves? So this everybody should purifying that, so that come to the sadhana. Entire life is sadhana. Patanjali said, sadhana. How much time we need to do? Entire life is sadhana. Till last breath of your life, do the sadhana. So that manifestation every time, if you come to that manifestation of that state of being, then everything happens. Then I thought that then immediately, first I was resigned my principal job, and I want time. Time is very important. Samaya sadhana. Then because there is no tomorrow, I went to the near-death situation. So many persons went to the near-death situation. So somebody, family problems, wife problem, husband problem, somebody having the health issues, somebody financial problem. We have in our mind, there is no opportunity, other opportunity. I want to go for suicide. I want to go for death, only the final solution. When you come to that near-death situation, do or die situation, then starts something happens in your inner self. When you analyze, when you go within, others are so many things after that they will divert. This spirituality is very, I think diversion is more thing always happens here in this part. So that is very important awareness. So when immediately after 2 months, after third month, I was started to go to the Himalayas. My family members, everybody opposed. Doctors said that 6 months is the bed rest. You are going to the Himalayas, not here. There is no oxygen, no doctors, no facilities. You are on high altitudes. Because I had a huge picture in my mind from when I came to the spiritual path 20 years back. When I went to trekking, I seen so many. I read so many books, Himalayan masters with Swami Rama, like that. Okay, autobiography of Param Yogananda, like that master autobiography, like that Om Swami, like that so many Amara Jyoti, so many Himalayan masters. I read so many autobiographies and I seen so many photos and pictures of Himalayas, not as a tourist or pilgrimage, just like then I had a huge picture in my mind. So many sages are available, so many mystics, Nagababas, Aghoris, and Mahavatar Babaji, thousands of years is in a living physical body. So that beauty of the Himalayas, because I spent so many times in the forest and trekking, so, but Himalayan mountains, because in the throughout the world, thousands of years ago, from thousands of years, since thousands of years, all world are looking towards the Himalayas because that serenity, that beauty, and that tranquility and the serenity and the stillness, that peacefulness, that mountains, and also that Ganga, Himalayas called the divine lands, divine lands. So Ganga is Daiva Nadi, it is called divine river. So and the flow of so many thousands of lakes and Manasarovar, Mount Kailas, Gangotri, Badrinath, so many places, so many stages, living hundreds of years and doing sadhana. And Himalayas became a energy portal. It became a energy portal. So that so many persons, so many yogis, when I read autobiographies, went to the Himalayas and did sadhana for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, or 5 years, 10 years. Like even Jesus also spent so many years in the Himalayas. So many. Then they got the intensified sadhana. Then we'll become a next higher level of state. Because here you are seeing some. We are all having the Pyramid Spiritual Society. Uh, Here. As said that go and do the meditation in pyramid. Why? Why should we go to pyramid? Said because it is a cosmic energy getting and it will come to the 3 times faster than do it meditation at our home. If you do 3 hours here, 1 hour, like that. If you go to Himalayas, then that beauty, that nature, that because Himalayas is for meant for the sadhanas, meant for the renunciates, meant for the sages, meant for not for the tourists, not for the pilgrims, not for that. When you have the desire, you have that love, desire, admire, and a burning desire towards the God, know the truth, know the you want to the self transformation, you want to the nirvana, buddhatvam, you want to samadhi sthiti, everything, you want to know the hatha yoga, kriya yoga. So many yogas practicing in thousands of years, Himalayas, so many ashramas, so many yogis, so many rivers, and on the river of the Ganga, so many Nagababas, Aghoris, sages, mystics, and uh, all are doing the sadhanas, so many ashramas. That is the another so many invisible worlds, Siddhashram, Sangrila, Sambala, like that. So many sages. If you go to the peaks and in the caves, like that, I went to the so many isolated places like that. When I was started after 3 months, I was started to the journey to the Himalayas. Everybody opposed me. How should you go? Doctors said that bed rest like that. So I don't want to believe the doctors. So spirituality is beyond the mind. So we have. I want to. I have a lot of desire to spend in the Himalayas, to do the sadhana in the Himalayas. So I don't know because of this. When will I? How many years I will live? I should live. So I want to go to the Himalayas. I should experience. I believe that Mahathir Babaji energies. I believe that nature protection. I believe that divine protection. So that I was started to go to the Himalayas, and I went to the Himalayas, and I went to the higher altitudes, 7,000 feet, 8,000 feet, and doctors said don't walk. I used to walk daily 10 kilometers, 15 kilometers without food, without oxygen, and very huge climate also, very dangerous climate, and very cool, and sometimes you go to the minus degrees temperature, and roads also very dangerous, having the 5,000, 6,000 valleys inside, and so very dangerous landslides, everything. But uh, even though whenever we face, we have the opportunity to do or die situation, then starts the divine protection. At the situation, I got a lot of protection from the stages. Whenever I got the breathing problem, somebody came, somebody appeared, somebody taught me, teaches some breathing techniques, some meditation techniques, some mudras, some kriya yogam, something, pingale, some sushumna, some chakras activation, how to develop a heat in our body, how to take the breath, how to walk, how to sleep, how so like that. So many things happened. I each and every situation I did against the what the doctor said, because I believed that I am the God, I am the soul. So this is a small thing, is the heart problem. We have to clear this problem. We have to purify our body. Purification is very important. Then, so these are the started my spiritual journey. I went along with some Chakravarti sir. So he was also a very good master. I started and so many places. Then I went to like that so many trips, some 7 to 8 trips. I spent nearly 6 months in the Himalayas. So I met some gurus there. So I would like to share some experiences. So when this is the cosmic law, I was experiencing so many situations, do or die situations in the Himalayas because of heart problem. Immediately after 3 months, I went there because each and every minute, every moment, we got the protection from the nature. That is the cosmic law. Wherever you stay, wherever you hide, no need to search for guru, no need to search for something. Just the process is you have to prepare yourself. That Himalayan yogis, Himalayan gurus' messages, you have to prepare yourself. Do the sadhana, meditation, or whatever the practices, the bhakti yoga, or gnana yoga, or hatha yoga, or kriya yoga, or whatever it may be, raja yoga, whatever it may be. You have to prepare yourself. You are ready for that, then you will get the protection, you will get the guidance from the unknown source, from the gurus. Like that, Lahiri Mahasaya, how he got the Kriya Yoga from Mahatar Babaji in Raniket place, nearer to the Mahatar Babaji case. I, I went to that place. So suddenly he got transferred from the job from Kasi to Himalayas. If you think that if you get the transfer, I am in the Kurnool now, Kurnool to Nellore or Kurnool to Hyderabad, okay, we believe that. From Kasi to Himalayas, he was very much surprised at that, where he got the opportunity to meet the Mahatar Babaji. Then Mahatar Babaji was initiated Kriya Yoga because he was the disciple of Mahatar Babaji in previous incarnations. So we no need to search for Guru. Guru will search for us wherever you stay. So when uh, disciple is ready, Guru appears. You know that. So you always let go of. You always give the opportunity to the nature. Go along with the nature. Flow like a river. Just like keep aside of your knowledge, your everything. Just open yourself and surrender to the nature. Surrender to the Guru. Surrender to the Paramatma, then automatically starts the protection. So here, what I learned from we need to, so today's class, we will discuss about some Himalayan masters messages. What is the first thing is in Himalayas, uh, I went to Ramaswarup. He is in Swargashram, one in a forest having some 100 to 110 kutiras available there. Who are renunciate the Varan, then they will allot some kutir. So that was built by the some king that was Neem Karoli Baba. That he was a famous in Himalayas. He had a opportunity to construct those for renunciates for sadhana. So that kutir, one of the kutir, very beautiful kutir. One Ram Swarup was there. I went to and meet him. I met him, Ram Swarup. He was because in Himalayan stages, Himalayan yogis, first thing is asana siddhi, sitting, uh, doing hours together meditation, 5 hours, 10 hours, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 5 days in chaos or samadhi sthiti. So we will get the inspired to the Himalayan yogis. First thing we should learn that posture and sitting hours together in the meditation. He used to sit 13 hours per day. And if he goes to some place, always and sit for 2 months without any communication. Then after 2 months, he used to switch on the phone and uh, uh, call to me. Calls, how is Tirupati day? How are you? I completed my meditation 2 months. Like that, we used to talk. So when I seen that person, see that his message is always sitting, 13 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. So without posture, without asana siddhi, because our meditation starts from the body, mind, intellect, and soul. So that sitting meditation is very important. Hours together, days together in Himalayas, yogis in caves without food, they are doing sadhana meditation, sitting. We have in the Himalayan masters' view, one sitting is 6 hours. uh, when we sit 1 hour, 2 hours, we have the body pains like that. We are moving, we are like that, we are sitting. So that why should I insist that you always go and sit in the nature place, in isolated place and sitting? Then we have the very much comfortable meditation, easy to meditation happens. So that the Himalayas, that beauty, that nature. So second thing is when we went to the, that is the first message. When we went to the Balakrishna Swami, he was a Supreme Court lawyer. He also got some problem, health problem. Doctor said you should not live for more than 2 months or 6 months like that. Then he also thought that why should we go stay in the hospital and that therapy. Go to the Himalayas, we spend in the nature, Ganga water. It is the highly medicinal water, alkaline water, Ganga water. So Ganga, so many lot of research done on Ganga water. There is no river water in the world on this earth plane like medicinal water, alkaline water, like Ganga water. That we don't know the divine power energies of Ganga water. That when we sit in the so many foreigners, they don't do the any meditation. No need to do the meditation in Himalayas. Just if you open the eyes, that is meditation. Close the eyes is the meditation. After 1 minute or 2 minutes, 3 minutes, your mind become a empty, calm, a lot of energies because so many sages thousands of years doing meditation become an energy portal. Sometimes our body vibrates because if voltage, more voltage increases, sudden abnormal fluctuation of the voltage bulb blasting, bulb. Like that, our body receives more energies. Not required, no hungry, not required food. Everything that energy flows, everything vibrates our body. Just the foreigners sit hours together on the banks of the Ganga. Just they are sitting Ganga water or closed their eyes, or otherwise they are watching the mountains or just put the legs in the water, purifying the body. Everything hours together, and so many members are sitting like that in the millennia in the in front of the caves for the gurus, waiting hours together in the cool without ego. But we are not recognizing here. We are like recognizing the gurus whenever available with us. So we don't have the surrenderness quality. That we don't have the determination. We always have the laziness. They don't in Himalayas. They don't accept the laziness. Always they have that. Because this billions of millions of crores, millions of years of this on earth and common race here, if we live for 70 to 80 years, it is the fraction of seconds. If you compare the sun, planets, and moon, our lifespan is very 70, 80 years is very fraction of seconds. But Himalayas, they are living 200, so many sages. That is the different story how it is. So how should we utilize our life each and every moment for the purpose of the life? Uh, how to balance our external world and physical world and spiritual life is there is only one life, spiritual life. These all other physical life, whatever it happens, those can be toward helping to the spiritual life and the purpose of the goal, purpose of the life only. So when I met to the Balakrishna Swami, he got the health issue. He came to the Supreme Court lawyer, highly intellectuals, highly educated people. They came to the Himalayas. You don't think that renunciates means they don't have any knowledge, they don't have any degrees. Degrees, what you nothing will give you. I am also MTech and PhD, doctorate. I was I also I was published 3 textbooks also. These everything should not come along with ourselves in soul consciousness. These all are after some time period. These all will go out, vanish, everything, destroy our soul only after death. This physical body also, myself, my wife, my children, my property, my house, my body. Where is your body? This body doesn't belongs to you. It is also decomposition, destroy your body also. So your body also does not belongs to you. Where is the truth? We have to find out. We are in illusion. We are in illusions, assumptions, conditions. So we should come out of it, break all these things. We have to merge with the God, know the truth. So he went to the Himalayas and some Vashishta caves, some isolated place, just in some small kutir. He was alone. He was staying there for 6 months, just took the bath in the Ganga, spend in the nature, and do the meditation. And after 6 months, his health problem was removed. That was the miraculous, because we don't give the opportunity. When we met that persons, when we inspired that person physically, why? In meditation, we always said that Swadhyayam, books reading, Sajjana Sangatyam, like that we are doing now, Sajjana Sangatyam. Third one, meditation. I always emphasize that fourth one is also very important. Searching for truth, Satyanveshana, going to the places, going to the mountains, going to the forests, going to the sages, going to the caves, go the world, go the nature, go to the mountains, go to the peaks, and meet so many gurus, so many sages, and spend in the ashrama. Like that, you will get lot of energies, transformations, inspiration. Why so many lot of persons inspired that living with Himalayan masters by Swami Rama and Yogi autobiography by Paramahansa Yogananda. Still he is not there, but that book inspires us. If you meet directly living masters like Swami Rama, how you are, how we'll get a lot of transformation. So that is, I'm always insisting you, go to the Himalayas or go to some place, isolated place. Don't go along with the group. Don't go along with that just like a tourist. Spend yourself in isolated place. Then you will become a fearlessness person. So that was the isolated place, some small kutir that Balakrishna Swami was staying there. After that also he was continued. He was experiencing that beauty. That so whatever in physical life we are getting, that happiness is temporarily. When you go to the deep meditation hours together in samadhi sthiti, you will get thousands of times, lakhs of times bigger than that blissful, joyful state. When you experience that, when you feel that, experience that love, joy, everything, you experience that, then you feel that then you will detach all this physical world, all the things, the temporary happiness, Vishayananda. We call it is Vishayananda. These all are temporarily give the happiness. We need a Paramananda. We need, when Paramananda we get, when we have the soul conscious, when we have the truth path with the truth. So that Balakrishna Swami, when we went there, that was a very night. There is no power, there is no electricity. When huge, there is 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, there is no transport. Everything, tigers, elephants, animals, everything came, but in fire. That so second message from the Himalayan master is having the love the nature. All tigers, we asked them, what, you don't have the fear? They said that, no. If you love the nature, if you give the confidence, if you have the love, if you feel that every animal, every bird, every tree, every river, water, everything feel that everything is a God. God presence, and every soul is a divine power. If you love, if you give that protection to that nature, should have the harmony with the nature, then starts to get the protection from the nature. how they are living 200 years, 300 years, how they are having the manifestation, because all these Panchabhotas, air, fire, this earth, the sky, this all made five elements starts them to give the protection. They have the harmony with them. So all the animals, all the nature have the harmony with them and feel that then they don't have any fear. So another thing is fearlessness. If you see the Himalayan masters, fearlessness. Each and every time we get the dangerous situation there, and also fearlessness. If you see the Nagababas, Agoris, and the masters, and each and every time they have the 10 feet, 12 feet of snow for minus degrees, how they are living, how they are staying. When I took the bath in the November, because if you go to the Himalayas, is the March to June, July, June. It is not the ideal time. It is so many huge crowd, so many tourists come to their Chardham Yatra like that. Don't go there. I always go to the Himalayas from August to November. It is free and no, but I always go to the isolated places. I met so many gurus, some places for that is a different issue. So when last November I went to and took the bath uh, in the Ganga river, they said that when we stay at least 1 minute in the water, that we lose the we have the very cool ice like that. So when heart patient, when we take the bath 5 to 10 minutes, we are going to die for clotting the blood like that. Blood clot takes place like that. But they didn't allow there, so that I went to the 3,500 or 4,000, 5,000 feet Ganga fresh water. I used to stay there 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours in the Ganga water, right? As a heart problem also. So that when we give the opportunity to the nature, when we believe that, when we experience that, when our soul merges with the nature, when we believe that, then our divine protection starts. Each and every time protects us, then we should know that we are not the limited person, we are not the physical body, we have the unlimited. You have to do the experiments. We have to. We don't give the opportunity to the nature. We always have the fear. We always have the secure life. When you are in the spiritual path, you always have the secure life. How can you get the? How can you experience the divine protection? We always have the fear. We have the two fears. They don't have the Himalayan sages. Here we have the two fears. First one is we always losing what we have. We have the fear. Second one, we always having the fear we should not get what we want in the life. These are the two fears. They don't have the fear. Let go of, give the opportunity to nature. If you see the Nagababas, they have small pancha, it is called a small cloth surrounding with no cloths. They took the bath in the Ganga. They removed the cloth, took the bath. After that, when they want to sleep, put that cloth on, same, remove the cloth and put on sleeve that. And what a freedom. Nothing will lose. Nothing will get, nothing will lose. There is no fear. What a freedom. We have to learn from the Himalaya sages is the fearlessness, that freedom. So that is another message given the Himalayan sages. So many things happens there. Once we went to this side, Mahatar Babaji caves, you know that. So I met another guru, Padambar Baba. So that gurus also said, how you came here? Why? Lack of oxygen, everything. I said that I don't know how many months, how many years I will live. I want to be experience. I want to meet like you gurus in the Himalayas. It was my purpose of the life, my sadhana I want to do in the Himalayas. I don't want to vacate the body, unfulfillment. Maybe I will take, we have the so many incarnations. There is no death. We know the truth. If the nature wants us, when we become instrumental to the nature, when we become instrumental to the God, when you are in the path of your purpose of the life, then nature will take care of us. If your purpose is, if your presence is required on this earth, on this cosmos, for 100 years or 80 years or 150 years, recently you read some book, Tapasvi Maharaj, Mumukshu something, Telugu translated, 187 years. He was dead 1887. So just I will explain my experience because there is no time. We met one yogi. If you want to, you will also go and meet. Bhimtal, that place nearer to Nainital. Haidekan Baba Ashram, that side. He was Padambar Baba. When we met, he was 138 years old. 138 years. He was a doctor in Malaysia previously. When he got the opportunity to visit to the Himalayas as a tourist, when he met to the Somwar Baba, his guru, he was a disciple of Somwar Baba. Somwar Baba age was at that time 200 plus years, so he didn't believe that man should not live more than 100 years. Then he searched for that and inquired and everything he got and proofs. Then he found and believed that yes, he is living 200 years. So then he went to there and everything left out and came here and became a disciple of Somar Baba and he was still learned all the practices, whatever the practices using that. So then he was still he is living 130 years. When we went there without space, he is living. If time permits, last I will show some screen share also. If Vani okay, for that last 5 minutes, I will show these some photos also fast, some screen sharing photos. Last, not after 10 minutes like that. So because we should know something, because we don't have time. So Padambar Baba, he was age of 138 years. He said that first when we asked the permission from his disciple, she said, no, Swamiji not available. Swamiji is not available outside. So always Himalayan gurus and sages, any guru, always they insisted. That means they don't want to meet the people who are having the just like time pass and non-serious people. They don't have the burning fire and desire and ambition and aspirants and having the truth following that, having the right desire, determination for the self transformation in their life. They don't just based on the telepathy. They will observe our vibrations. Based on our vibration, telepathy. They know everything before going to that place. They knows everything. So there is a communication in Himalayas. No phone previously, no letters, no everything. Only communication through the third eye, through the telepathy, through all the occult powers only. When the master comes to in your dreams and in astral body and telepathy, some feeling, some emotion, some voice, something happens. Then they will go to there. Like that, when we said they don't want to meet the people, whenever we have prepared, when we are prepared, when we are ready, for receiving that, for visiting that, for their darsana, for receiving those kriyas. We are just like Melarapa, you studied about the Melarapa, how it is. So, like that, when we are ready, we always think that we are ready, we are the great people. Ourselves, we always say, but when you are prepared, definitely 100%, they will receive and they will give you the knowledge. They will accept as a disciple and they will teach you or they will give the darshan or give some transformation. So after that, we went there. He was available and he said that there is no death for the human beings. Himalayan Gurus, as for Himalayan Gurus, they, whenever, how many years you want to live, what are the purpose of the life here, Buddhatva, Nirvana, or last incarnation, like that, they want to either their Guru work or because they have a lot of previous incarnations connectivity and everything, then they will vacate the body whenever they want. That is called Ichha Marana. They will decide the time and call some one or two shishas, disciples, and then release the body. So they said that there is no death for the there is no death for the human being. So we have been every human being. We have been conditioned our mind from the childhood onwards, from the parents, from the societies, from the scientists, doctors. Human life is the 100 years. So that whether we knowingly, unknowingly, so unconsciously, consciously, we always accept that and we send to that each and every molecule in our body and the etheric body. Then all our chakras are losing the energies and our each and every atoms and molecules slowly decomposes, destroy slowly, slowly, slowly. And age comes 40, 50, 60. We thought that we are became old and we are going to die slowly. Will die at the age of 70 or 80 years. So if you want to take the decision, if you want to, the purpose of the life, unnecessarily no need to extend this body for 200 years, 100 years. They have some purpose on this human earth. Whether they will move to the world or they are staying in the caves for hundreds together, no problem. If, for example, Swami Rama Guru, he was staying in Himalayas. He didn't come to the plains of the world, but he made the Swami Rama. He took the Swami Rama before he birth. He came and told to their parents, his parents, I will take him at the childhood. At the same after some 7 years, some years, he took the Swami Rama to the Himalayas. He was spent 40 years in the Himalayas. Guru came. Guru came for you. Guru searched for you. That is the duty of Guru. But when you are ready, then Swami Rama came to the world and America, and you know that so many ashramas, yoga institutes, and meditation. Param Yogananda also, Lahiri Master, Yukteswar Giri did not came to the world, and Param Yogananda went to America like that. Okay, everybody is equal. All gurus are equal. Everybody, they are doing their work uh, from there. They're according to their work, all are equal, all everybody. Because if you have that much of knowledge and everything, then you should understand their level. If you want to understand the Buddha, how it is possible yourself, if you are in the Buddha state, then only you will understand. So that Buddha, Osho always said, uh, we are just creating the awareness. Just creating the awareness. You are already Buddha. You are already God. Every soul is a God. Just you should know that we are showing the path. You should not worship the Guru. You have to practice the Guru, what he teaches. So that is very important. Like that Osho told, last relation is the Guru. So that Swami Rama always said that when you go in this path, your wife came, just remove. When a husband came, just remove. The obstruction. When your friends came, you have to throw away side. When they came, You always go the purpose of life. All these physical world, wife, husband, relations are helping to your purpose of the life. You should not deviate from the purpose of your life. That is the very important in spiritual path. Always we are deviating. That is very important. If you ask somebody, I'm very busy, I don't have time to do the meditation or to do the sadhana, everything. So when you try to give the opportunity, then everything will do automatically. When I was 15 years, I have been as a principal. I could not get any one day loss of pay. That means one day salary cutting. 15 years. What happened? After when I went to the Himalayas, started Himalayas, every year 3 to 4 months I didn't get the salary. But I was very much happy. A very joyful person, happily self-transformation than previously. I don't want to leave the job. I don't want to tell the leave job, but everything you have the clarity, how much time you want to do. That is very important because you have the living shrine, you have the temple you're inside. You have to activate your Anahata Chakra. In Himalayas, yogis are always having the activation of Anahata Chakra. This is the symbol of love. This is very important. Love yourself, knowing yourself, being yourself. So Himalayan yoga is fearlessness. So there is no death for that. Freedom is very important. When I went to Haidekan Baba Ashram, there we have some go to the 7,000 feet and go to the below valley 5,000 feet. When we sit in that place, Dhoni, there Ganga and whatever the photo you have seen in this poster, that was also I did sadhana in that place, having the Ganga and Manasarovar water place that Nagababa, Sagoris at the night they came. If you see them, how they are, how that freedom, how they are fearlessness, how they are doing intensified sadhana. So if you have the opportunity, so this is the Kumulini region that is called the Mahathir Babaji Caves, Padamar Baba, so that once we went to this place, Mahathir Babaji Caves, we had decided from go to the went to the Delhi, up to Delhi, have the flight from there, have the train. At that time, night through the night, had the journey at the midnight 1 o'clock at Delhi airport. Then from there to 6 o'clock early morning, only one train to go to the Kathgodam. Kathgodam is the last railway station in the Himalayas. So many sages are traveling that they don't take the ticket also. They have that tradition. So at that took the train and went to from there last stop from there we'll go to the 250 kilometers or 300 kilometers above. That was our program, my program. At the situation, we don't know how to go and where we'll go, and we don't have sufficient big money also at that time. Then we went to there on the way train, on the way going on the train, received a call from the Vedananda Babaji to the Chakravarti. Because I was very much inspired with the Vedananda Babaji, because you know that Pyramid Spiritual Society also, when the Kailas, the Quest book, if you read it, I read so many books. I read book reading is very important. I read till now nearly 20,000 books. I throughout the night, wherever I go, I have one book in my hand. I read that Kailas the Quest at the age of some 40, 45. At that age, he went to the Mount Kailas Manasarovara by walk. Vedananda Babaji, as a single, he was faced so many do or die situations. So many times, times he met to the so many people said that don't go there, Nagababa Sagoris, they will kill you like that. He went to the Nagababa Sagoris. He got the enlightenment. Enlightenment means the Diksha and that Satsanga and some guidance through the Nagababas and Agodis. Then lot of land slides and stuck up, and so many times he wanted to going in near-death situations. I was inspired that book. Then I wanted to meet him. So many times when I went to the Kartal, Chakravasar told that photos are old photos. Chakravasar, I asked the Chakravasar, where is the Vedananda Babaji? How this book I read it, very inspired me. I want to meet whether he is available or not, like that. He said that he is available in the Kartal itself. I went and meet him and I spent some time, 1 hour. I was very much happy. So at that time when I was going to the train after this, my Himalayan journey after 2018 or something, after I got the heart attack after 6 months, second traveling that, first, second time visited frequently. On the train, immediately, Vedananda Babaji called the Chakravasi, sir, where are you? Swamiji, we are coming to, we are going to Mahatma Babaji caves and some places for sadhana, we don't know, we are coming. We don't plan anything, just like we will go. That is very important in the nature. Just don't plan anything, just go, let go of is very important as spiritual being. Then immediately he said that next station you have to get down there. After half an hour, immediately we get down after 1 hour of some station, we don't know that name also, some Hindi something. One person was waiting for us in the car, person, very good car, and then we went to the car. Then I was very much hungry because no food till night. Then they took some star hotel. They wanted to. They said that you took whatever you want to eat, like that. Then on the same time, how we'll go from here, like that. We thought that some Pune doctors, they wanted some AC vehicle. They took them to some places shown in between. At the night, 8 o'clock, we have reached there where we want to go. We thought that we might have reached there, same place at the night. So nature always next day, that night, because when we are having some intensified desire, having the love with the selfless and thing with the love and dedicated towards this spiritual path, towards the divinity, then we'll get that guru guidance and the nature guidance. The Mahatma Babaji protection each and every time, every place, every minute, we feel that energy is in the Himalayas. When you have in that mind, in that feeling, in that emotions, in that love, in that path, so that is very important. Freedom from the mind also very important. That is called deconditioning. Freedom from mind. Liberation is very important in the spirituality. So yesterday, Pune doctors came, that Vedanta Babaji took the class, something there. And at the night, sir took them, myself and Chakravasi into his personal room. And he has given a lot of experiences, so many secrets and some clear. And everything is said that like that. For two, because they are giving a lot of funds, lakhs of funds, some Pune doctors, but he didn't teach. That is very important. Guru always expect from us only that practice Vishwana. They don't, everything renounces, everything Buddha, what he want. He left the kingdom, left everything, what he want from us. What that he want only he want to see ourselves as a Buddha, as a God, Devata Lakshana. It is called the Daivatvam. It is called the divinity in our words, in our thoughts, in our actions, and do the selfless service and loving to the cosmos. That is, they are expecting gurus. Nothing will expect us. They are always giving. They are waiting for us. Actually, they are waiting for real disciple. Ikteswari waiting for Param Yogananda. Lahiri Mahasaya waiting for Ikteswari Giri. Lahiri Mahasaya did not waiting for Mahatma Babaji. Mahatma Babaji waiting for Lahiri Mahasaya. Swami Rama Guru waiting for Swami Rama. So Sadananda Yogi waiting for Patriji. Patriji is ready. You know that Sadananda Yogi also spent so many 17 years in Himalayas, Tibet. Patriji Guru. He also like that wicked the body. He said that fixes some time and everything, then they leave the body from the Brahmarandra. So at that night he taught everything, and tomorrow morning uh, the Pune doctors went to the Mahathir Babaji caves. We want to go and do the sadhana Mahathir Babaji caves. Mahathir Babaji, very famous, you know that. So they were requested to Vedanta Babaji, please come, Guruji, along with us to the Mahathir. No, 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 you will go. Like that, he said. After they went to the Mahathir Babaji caves, we also thought that if you go along with them, some bus and everything available, but Vedanta Babaji said that wait. Then they went to the Mahathir Babaji caves. After that, Vedanta Babaji said that I went to the Mahathir caves 50 times. I was visited. I don't want to go further, but for you only. Your heart problem, everything, your seen your that I don't have some Telugu words. He said that having that determination, that spiritual path, your interest, your because of this your heart problem here, there is no oxygen, very cool at that time, October, it's 7,500 feet, you see, because of your interest and your preparation, your thing, I have feeling to come along with you, to show along with you. I will show personally to the Mahathir caves, and like that he came along with us personally, and he showed some diverted to some place where night times some Nagababas, Gurus came, some Duni place, and it was explained everything. So that Guru are ready to come with us. We didn't have any money. The doctors have much money. And also, Padambar Baba, 138 years Guru also, when we went there along with Vedanta Babaji, he was available. Then immediately the doctors called disciple of Padambar Baba. We are coming, some doctors. And they said, no, Padambar Baba, not available. We didn't give permission to visit. So this, everything is having some in nature, everything is having some systematic, everything happens. So, but we should not give the opportunity. Always we are not giving the opportunity to the nature. That is very important. You do the experiments. You do the experiment, do or die situations. That is very important. Okay, we have the time. Show the some screen share. We have the like that so many experiences. In second part, we'll go
I've
there.
given you the co-host, sir. You can
Okay.
share the screen.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Anyway, because here I don't have the PPT, my voice is clear. Okay, just for this, just I want to move fast, just photos, please. Just for this is the Swargasram, is the Ramaswarup. I said that 13 hours he is just sitting this white person. Here I myself. It's not moving. One minute. 1 minute. Draw photos in the move out. ఆల్బమ్ లో మూవ్ కావాలి ఒకటి ఒకటి